Hey everyone, it's Deacon082 and welcome back to... What game was this again? Oh yes, Pokemon Crystal version Nuzlocke. I was about to say Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and I'm not sure why. Anyway, last episode we took down Whitney, the Goldenrod City gym leader, and in this episode we are going to explore Goldenrod City, and the first major location is the Pokemart, which is a big department store in this town. Basically every floor sells a different kinds of items, but what we're going to do first is head down here to the 5th floor, the TM corner. They have TMs for many moves. Here we have Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Headbutt. I went ahead and bought 2 TMs for Headbutt because, well, it's a good move. You can go upstairs all the way up to the rooftop, and they will occasionally have sales where you can get stuff cheap. And another interesting place here is the basement. If you go to the basement of the department store, you have all these storage containers blocking different areas, and you see some item blocks up in the distance. Well, what you have to do is you have to leave the floor, go to any other floor in the building, and then go back to the basement. And once the elevator arrives on that floor, you'll notice some of the crates are in different locations, and you can sneak through and get the items. Here we have an Ultra Ball. Then if you leave and go back to the basement one more time, you'll notice the crates have been moved again. Down here at the bottom, we have a Ether. Well, an Ether. Ether restores 10 PP in battle, and it can be used in like longer areas where you don't want to return to a Pokemon Center. I'll be saving those up because you can't buy them. And up here we have a Burn Heal, which heals burns, obviously. Well, the department store is a huge building, but there is another really tall building in Goldenrod City, another big attraction. This is the Radio Tower, and we see this really nice guy standing outside, staring at the outside wall of the building, saying this is the Radio Tower. Well, what you're going to want to do in here is go all the way to the lady on the far right of the counter, and there is a quiz campaign where we can earn a free radio card. So we're going to take it on. This quiz is really easy. Question 1, Pokemon that appear only in the morning. I've talked about that. We can't buy berries at Pokemarts, but we can sell them for like 5 coins. Flash is HMO 5, Cut is HMO 1. Faulkner uses bird Pokemon, I'm sure you know that if you're here. And the final one, Goldenrod Game Corner's slots. Do they have Charmander on their reels? The answer is no, but you probably won't know the answer to that. Anyway, as the reward, we get a radio card. And with the radio card, we can go into our Pokegear and look over to our radio, and we can scroll up and down to find different stations. Like here we have Oak's Pokemon Talk, Pokemon Music, the Lucky Channel. So the Lucky Channel, actually, you can talk to the guy in the middle counter. There is a lucky number drawing each week, and if any of our Pokemon's ID numbers match the lucky number, we win a pretty good prize, but I never win it, and it's very hard to win this without trading with other people. Next to the radio tower, we have the train station, and, well, the train hasn't come in yet. I know, I'll carry the passengers on my back. That won't work too well. Yeah, probably not. So, the train station will be available later on, much later on actually. Up here north of the train station we have the Name Rater's house, where you can change Pokemon's nicknames. Well, I'm not going to be changing any, but if you wanted to, well, the only time I'm really going to use that is if I forget to nickname something. Down here we have the Goldenrod City Underground, and, well, there are some trainers, so I'm going to come in through the second entrance to see if I can avoid them, because I really don't feel like battling any trainers right now. The other entrance to the Underground, you're going to go far west. It's right next to the Pokemart, but you have to go around the corner. And this is the south entrance to the Underground, and we're still going to have to fight a trainer who we got up front. Daryl. Let's go for it. I got booted out of the game corner. I was trying to cheat using my Pokemon. I wonder what Pokemon he would be trying to cheat with. Maybe a Sneasel or something to steal money, or some fire type to like burn the employers. No, we have a Grimer, so he was basically throwing sludge all over the slot machines or something. I don't know how that would help you cheat, but whatever. We haven't seen Grimer yet, and we cannot catch one for a very long time. But Grimer's a poison type, it's pretty defensive. It's not bad, but yeah, I'm not going to fully profile it because we can't catch it. They like to use like poison gas and stuff, as we're going to take this guy out pretty easily. There is one more trainer after him, and we're going to try to sneak past him. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. And we have an item ball down here that has a coin case. The coin case allows us to play games at the game corner and get coins. This lady. Hello, dear. I sell inexpensive herbal medicine. They're good, but a trifle bitter. Your Pokemon may not like them. Hehehehe. Yeah, we're not going to buy any of these. The bitter medicine is never really good. Here we have. I run the Pokemon Salon. I'm the older and better of the two haircut brothers. I can make your Pokemon beautiful for just $500. Well, that's an expensive haircut, I guess it's yen. So, what these haircuts do is they increase your Pokemon's happiness. And because Emma evolves through happiness, Emma looks a little happier. So, that worked out quite well. And we're able to sneak by this trainer again. Now that we have a coin case that we picked up in the underground, we can go to the next place. This building up here, the big one, is the Goldenrod Game Corner. And you can buy 50 coins for 1,000 or 500 coins for 10,000. We're going to be big spenders and buy 500 coins. Now you can go over here and play the slot machines and bet 3. I really like the slot machines in this game. They made them easy. Basically, if you get 2 7s in a row, it will try to cheat for you so you can get 3. I mean, yes, the machines actually cheat, but they help you. So it shouldn't really take long to get a match of 3 7s, so I'm going to see if I can do it here. Come on. Darn. Sometimes it doesn't cheat for you, but sometimes it does. And other times it will be like, it will just randomly give you matches of other stuff no matter what you do. Like there, I was trying to get 7s, but it gives us 3 Squirtles. And there we go, just like that, we get a little bit of cheating, and we get 3 7s lined up. It pays out 300 coins, so we're going to get very close to 800 right here. And I'm actually going to play until I get to 800, because, well, there are some prizes here. Okay, that was taking a bit too long, so we're going to spend the rest of our money and just buy 50 more coins. So, over on the right side is the exchange corner. The first lady can help you exchange your coins for TMs. We have Thunder, Blizzard, and Fire Blast, but the price on these is insane. The lady on the right has a lot cheaper prices, and actually you have Pokemon choices here. You can get an Abra for 100, which if you really want to catch an Abra, this is an easy way to get one because you can just buy it. You have Cubone for 800, and you have Wobbuffet for 1500. Wobbuffet, basically, it's got a lot of HP, it's a psychic type. It can't attack, but it's still a good Pokemon, just not for in-game. Cubone, on the other hand, I am actually going to buy Cubone. I had to deposit a Pokemon because we didn't have room for it. But Cubone is a ground type with really good attack, really good defense. It's pretty good. It lost its mother after its birth. It wears its mother's skull, never revealing its true face. We're going to give a nickname, and this one, because it's got a bone it's holding, I'm going to name it Osten. But I'm going to spell Osten differently because the Osten kinda means bone or whatever. It's a ground type, it knows a lot of unique moves. It evolves into Marowak where it gets really strong. I like it personally. This one is level 15, which is the level it'll be when you get it. It knows some good moves, but I mean, look at its defense for this level. It's gonna be a really valuable Pokemon once we actually get to use it on our team. I'm going to be saving Osten for a while though, because there is a way a lot later on to make a Cubone much stronger. And I'll get into that much later when we get to use it. Anyway, down here, in the far bottom right corner, we have a cycle shop. Well, they don't seem to have any business here. Sigh, I moved here, but I can't sell my bicycles. Why is that? Cries deeply. Could you ride a bicycle and advertise for me? So he just needs some good advertising, and we get a bicycle. We're just borrowing it for now. But if you ride around this bicycle for long enough, you'll get a phone call from the guy saying you can keep the bicycle because the advertising is going to help him sell stuff. So we're going to get on this bicycle that we've programmed into Select and take it right up into the Happiness Checker's house. Basically, you put a Pokemon at the front of the party. It's friendly towards you. It looks sort of happy. Well, that tells us vaguely when our Togepi is going to evolve through happiness, but not very specifically. So I'm going to ride my bike around for a while, just show off our new bicycle. That is a mood killer when you go in a building by accident with your bike. And then it ends the awesome bike music and takes you into the dumb rap music. I just only like the bicycle music. It's great for hatching eggs, great for walking fast, great for fapping, and I don't even know. But my guy on the bike has a boner. It's so awkward. He can just stand here, fapping, da 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 da. Do 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 do. Huh? The egg is hatching. This is the odd egg, and I'm really hoping for a certain Pokemon out of here, and it is a Magby! Oh, I'm so excited right now because I was really hoping for a Magby above anything from this egg. Well, it's a female Magby. If it was a male Magby, I would have named it Blaine, but Blaine is not a girl's name, so I'm going to name it Elaine. Basically, female version of Blaine. Well, this Magby is... well, it's not shiny. There was a 1 in 8 chance of getting a shiny, but hey, it's a Magby, so I'm excited. It knows the moves Ember and Dizzy Punch starting out. Whichever Pokemon hatches from the odd egg will know Dizzy Punch, so it makes it a good way to get a move. It basically is a punch with a chance of confusing. So if we go up north here, it's an area we haven't reached, and it is the National Park. The National Park has really good music, so I'm going to let it play for a bit while I get this item. It's just so sad and soothing, but yet so good. The Quick Claw, the item we just got, any slower Pokemon will have a chance of attacking first in the battle. Now, there is one thing I'm about to do. Well, first, there are some items up in here in the cracks between the fence. Over here we have a Paralyze Heal. And if you loop all the way around the National Park along the outside to the opposite corner and go all the way down, you will get a very good item. It is TM28. TM28 teaches the move Dig, which is a 2-turn attack of the ground type. The first turn, you're invulnerable underground, and the second turn of the battle, you attack for quite a bit of damage, and that will be a good move for Cubone later when we get to be using it, so I will hang on to it until then. Now, you may notice a slight cut in the video up ahead, and I'm just warning you, I had to record this part twice. This is my second time recording it, because something messed up in the recording. So, basically, this Pidgey is not going to be my first, because it would be unfair, because just because you're seeing it for the first time does not mean it's not what I actually caught. So bear with me. Now I know you have to have the trust factor in here, but the first time I went on this route, I encountered a Sunkern. Now I'm going to keep it fair by catching a Sunkern again, even though it's going to be a different level and it's going to be slightly different. Instead of getting the Pidgey, which you saw me encounter first, you're gonna have to go by my word here and say that I caught a Sunkern first, and well, Sunkern is a grass type, and it is the weakest Pokemon in the game stats-wise. Its base stat total is 180, all of its stats are 30, it's a grass type, which is the worst attacking, well, one of the worst attacking types in the game. Why would I want one though? Well, I've always wanted to use one, but never have. When it evolves into Sunflora with a Sunstone, it gets pretty good special attack, and I wanted to try to use one. It will be there in my PC in case Sudowoodo faints, because I would like to have a grass type in reserve, but I don't want to have two grass types at the same time, so I will use somebody else unless Sudowoodo faints. I gotta catch this first. I chose to poison it so I could lower its health. In National Park, you also have two other new Pokemon. You have Nidoran Male and Nidoran Female. They're basically the same Pokemon. Nidoran Male is the stronger attacker. Nidoran Female is more defensive. The male version is Poison type. It evolves into Nidorino, and then into Nidoking, where it has good balanced stats all around. This Sunkern, I'm giving it the same name. It's going to evolve into Sunflora, which looks kinda like a Digimon, Sunflowmon. Well, you're just gonna have to go with me if you don't know what it looks like. Nidoking, Poison Ground, learns a lot of good moves, balanced stats. Nidoran Female is very similar. It evolves into Nidorina, and then into Nidoqueen, and it's more defensive, like I said, also Poison Ground type. Both of them are pretty good Pokemon if you can pick one up, however, I didn't. And, well, this is Route 36, we have the Wiggly Tree up ahead. But we haven't caught anything yet here, and it is daytime, so maybe we can find a Growlithe. But instead we get another Pidgey, and, well, we don't need another Pidgey, so I'm just going to run from this. Now the reason I'm doing that, well, this Wiggly Tree is actually a Pokemon, and this is what I like to call an obstacle Pokemon. You have to encounter it to continue through the game. And what I'm going to do with all these obstacle Pokemon, I'm going to be unable to catch them, but they're also not going to count for the area. This Pokemon here is Sudowoodo. I will still do a bio on it because this is the only time you could get one. Sudowoodo is a rock type, pure rock type, which means it has good defense, good attack. It's very good. It's got really strong attack, and it knows Rock Throw and Low Kick, both of which do a lot of damage. It's slow though, and it's weak to grass and water moves on its low special attack, so we're going to take it out with Razor Leaf here. It also knows Mimic, so it can learn Razor Leaf. I don't know why it would want to use it though, but it's a wild Pokemon, so it has no logic in its attacks. As we defeat it, and by defeating that Wiggly Tree, we can now head up to the left onto Trainer Tips. No. We can head up to Route 37, but we will be doing that later. The next thing you'll want to do, if you head directly east from there, you can talk to this guy. Did you clear that wretched tree? I'm impressed. I want you to have this. And we receive a free TM. This is TM08. It teaches Rock Smash, and it's actually a field move. So it's not required for anything, but we will probably teach it later. And like I said, when you clear the weird tree out of the way, you can head back into Violet City, which makes a good shortcut around. So this is where we'll end the episode. We picked up 2 new team members, Elaine the Magby, and I am so happy about Magby out of that egg, and Sunflowmon, the Sunkern that's going to be a Sunflora eventually. So, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal version Nuzlocke, we will be headed north up Route 37, and we will be reaching the next city and taking on whatever challenges are awaiting us there. So, this has been Deacon082. See you next time.